Day after we had you on, it was announced that that Sean was going a different direction, benching us. What was the mood in the locker room? How did the locker room react?
Obviously it took a toll because obviously quarterback like Russ, day in and day out, like he's a tremendous leader, and obviously when there's some changes to the depth chart, it just caught us by surprise a little bit. But we all know that it's the business side of things. We always kept Russ. We was always keeping him, positivity, not like he, wasn't speaking positive affirmation all the time, but, just being there, rallying behind him, it just goes to show what type of person he was. Obviously, Jared is a great quarterback as well in his right. So, I just felt like Sean felt like it was best for the team, but in general, obviously, it took a huge toll on the locker room because of how great of a person and how great of a teammate he is in Russ, and the player, of course. So,
yeah, that speaks volumes right there. The team made it sound like there is a chance that Russ could come back next year. But Pat, your whole time, I guess, outside of this past season, but you've dealt with a couple of different uncertainties at quarterback here. Todd, your entire career after Peyton?
After Peyton, yeah.
Which was, what, 1.5 years of your career?
Yeah.
The rest of the time?
Well, and even Peyton that second year, Brock took over for like half of that.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
not
was
half,
hurt.
6-7 weeks.
He was hurt.
Yeah.
But there was no we always knew once Peyton got healthy again, like he was back. You know what I'm saying? We were just waiting for him to get back.
This is a little bit off topic, but I asked Ryan Harris this. I can't remember how exactly I phrased it when we were at the Super Bowl, but it was something like his point was that he didn't think that Peyton was any worse of a quarterback in the Super Bowl season than he was the year before. Which you get from the outside perspective, it's like the guy was throwing 40 touchdown passes.
Yeah, that's why.
Now he's throwing like 16 interceptions. Like, obviously still great, can control the game, all that sort of stuff. But there is a difference, though, right?
There was a difference, but the thing about Peyton that made him great, like that year our defense was phenomenal, and then Peyton just scored every time we took the ball away. Like every time we made a big play, he made a big play. Like it wasn't always, cookies and ice cream the whole game, but when the play needed to be made, Peyton came up with a play.
Okay.
So I guess in that regard, he was dominant in the same way he was the year before.
Yeah. It's like Russ in those 2-minute drills.
Yeah.
That's fascinating because that's actually one of the things that Sean pointed to yesterday. He said the offense, including me, wasn't good enough this year. Specifically, we did not take advantage of the field position that the defense gave us enough. And that's what you're saying. Peyton took advantage of those.
Yeah, for sure. And looking back on this year, like they got the ball inside the 5 at least like 10 or 15 times. Like that's crazy in one season. Yeah. And so I understand him like wanting more production, like in that high red zone or low red zone, I guess. Yeah.
Totally. Would have had one more if Pat just could have held on to that pick this Sunday.
Oh my goodness, bro! I can't even, bro. It's gonna be a nightmare.
Sorry.
All offseason.
It's a nightmare, bro. It's a nightmare.
So with the quarterback uncertainty, as players, and especially because both of you have been through it, is that something that you pay attention to at all? Is it something that you really pay attention to? Do you try to court certain guys, or did you just say like, I'll show up for OTAs and whoever behind center, I'll do my job on defense?
Yeah, I worked hard and tried to do the best I could to prepare the team and just hope that they make the right decision. Like, I'm going to be ready. I hope that they get somebody else in there that could, do what we need them to do.
I just feel like obviously you can't control what happens, but, you just look to see what the team decides. That's the only thing you could do. Not put too much into it, but understand like, I'm gonna be watching. I'm be seeing like what's gonna go on, what moves they gonna make. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see.
We know there's a lot of group chats, especially texting and stuff between whether it's a position or like a full defense or something. Is that something that's talked about with guys in those chats in the off season? Not necessarily quarterback, but like big moves that the team makes, or is it more just shooting the shit with the guys?
It's talked about big moves for sure. Like I remember, they always want to, in the NFL, they always want to replace you. You know what I'm saying? That was always the goal, to find somebody doing it better, whatever. So, like, whether it was me and Josie or me and B. Marsh, every year they didn't draft a linebacker, we'd be like, hell yeah, we walking and rolling, baby. Yeah. So we would do stuff like that.
Huh.